Hey guys, this is Alex here from Zouk My World Radio, and I thought I'd have a chat with you guys about something called tempo. I've been asked a few questions about tempo, which I'll address in this little video. Firstly, here's just some general thoughts about tempo. Without tempo, you don't have music. So tempo is obviously a very important part of music, and variations of tempo allow for different emotional expressions on the dance floor. Now, generally, a faster tempo builds more energy. Slower tempos promote more calm and peacefulness, I guess. But tempo isn't everything when it comes to eliciting emotion. It also depends on the vibe, the busyness of the song, or the rhythmical complexity. So, I think really, the key comes to how the dancer interprets the music, and really that's the amazing thing about Zouk. You don't have to dance on every beat, you can dance to other elements like the vocals. So what on the surface might be a fast tempo song can be interpreted differently on the dance floor. The first question from Jeff was, what range of tempos have been played at significant international Zouk festivals socially and in Brazilian Zouk Dance Council competitions such as Jack and Jill in terms of BPM? So in terms of the BPM range that you would dance Zouk to in a social, it's actually quite large in my opinion. I would say that any part of the night you could be dancing to something as slow as 40 BPMs and as high as even 105 BPMs. Now, I'm not suggesting that a whole track might be in the range 40 to 50, but you might find that when you're dancing to a track between, say, 80 and 100, for instance, a portion of that song could be interpreted at half speed. So at the festivals that I'm usually involved with, you'll find that the majority of the tracks will fit within 65 to 90 BPMs. And if the DJ is intelligent, they will pay attention to the dance floor when they're playing, things like the level of the dancers and the time of night, etc. So for Jack and Jill, it's completely different as far as I'm aware. So the BPMs are a bit more prescriptive. If you look at the Brazilian Zouk Dance Council website, it says that for novice competitions, DJs are to play medium speed, so 80 to 85 BPMs, and the range for intermediate to advanced is larger, so 75 to 90 BPMs, and all the songs need to have a clear Zouk beat. So I hope that answers your question. Next question I got asked was, what seems to be the trend, I guess, to do with tempo these days? Well, I think it's fair to say that we've been seeing more of the sensual wave, slower music coming into the Zouk scene around the world as time has progressed. However, to tell you the truth, the scenes can be quite different around the world, and it depends on the DJs who influence the scenes and also the maturity of the scenes. So as a producer of Zouk music, you could say that I'm part of a group of people that are setting the trends when it comes to music. And my philosophy is variety. So my role and responsibility as a Zouk DJ is to not only to simplify the music and to make it easier to interpret and make it more accessible to the people, but it's also to challenge as well. So the more mature a scene is, the more you're able to explore different vibes, genres and tempos. So it's also my role to try and extract the most energy I can from the dance floor, and yes, tempo is a big part of that. So I guess the trend to me seems to be a greater variety of music, genres, vibes and tempo, though perhaps the tempo is slower than it used to be. So anyway, those are my thoughts about tempo. Have a comment below in what you think and what your experiences are, and I think it's a pretty good little discussion to have, and I hope this answers Jeff's question on tempo.